right, hello Hannah and Grayson, this is for you guys. I'm finishing the Northeast Woodlands tribes with our classroom today, oh dear. And then I'm going to start the Plains Indians. And then on Monday, you guys will get to watch the really cool show and tell. Because obviously you're not here to do it with us. So, I don't really know what's going on with the board. Sorry about that. And we were just outside, so sorry about the hot wreck hair. However, not important. You're doing Northeast Woodlands. So, the type of housing for my Northeast Woodlands. This is notes in your notebook, friends. So please get ready to take good notes. The Southeast house was called what again? All right, these guys have a house. You guys can draw a nice picture.
Your hair's turning brown.
It's dark on the bottom side. Usually I don't put it up. And okay, and then we're gonna make it look like that's the roof. That's the inside walls. They have a little door.
Wait, they have walls?
Yep. They have walls because it does what in the Northeast?
Snow. Cold.
Snows.
I know that for a fact.
Okay, and this is all solid, and it's actually like little squares you're gonna see.
Do we draw that?
Yes, I would draw it if I were you, so that you know what looks like what. Oh, you just watched me do it. I did 2 circles and 2 lines. 2 U upside down U's. You can see it. A big line and a big line across the top. Then I shaded it in, and then I drew 2 doors, and I'm drawing a bunch of L's on this side. Do you see the letter L?
Oh.
See, it looks like a box, okay? It's made out of bark.
What do you bark?
What's bark?
I know what bark is.
Bark comes from what, Sadie?
What?
Bark comes from
It's bark trees.
trees. So bark is covering the outside because we said in the winter it's got a lot of snow and a lot of rain. And so bark, if a tree has to get super wet before it gets wet inside, right? Bark is kind of waterproof. So this whole thing is made out of trees and bark. So I'm going to write that. Trees and bark. Is this a small house or a long house?
A long house.
Okay, that's the name of this house. The name of the house is a long house. And how many families live in it, do you think? Nick?
I think like maybe 5.
Okay, so you're about right. About 5 or 6 families. It would be you, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, and all of their children in the same house. Okay, so they're called long houses and they're multi-family.
Oh.
No, they're brown. They're not pretty. They're multi-family homes. Okay, and I'm going to say about 5 families. Okay, multi-family. All right, so those are them. And unlike the chickie, these are called long houses. So this is your Northeast. All right, so you've got that. They're waterproof.
Oh, yep. Wait, we write that in our book?
You write all this in your book.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so the house is waterproof. Well, the chickie is not waterproof because it got no walls. So if it rains, it's going through. Now, we talked about the chickie not having a kitchen. Do you think the longhouse has a kitchen in it?
No.
Why do you think it doesn't have a kitchen in it, please? As well, similar reasons to my other house. Sadie?
Because if Chicky didn't have like a kitchen, why would
Well, no, it does not for that. Remember, if I lit a fire in a house that is made out of straw and grass, that's dry, and the wind catches it, it goes up in the ceiling, it catches it on fire.
catches on fire?
This house is made out of what?
Wood.
Bark and wood, and it's all closed in. So if that fire gets out of control and it hits anything in there, it's gonna burn, right? So they don't have a kitchen in here. They also have an outside kitchen. When we're talking about kitchen, what?
Can't get in.
Wind can get in. You have a door on this side and a door on that side.
But it's closed.
It's closed. Well, you don't have a door.
Oh.
It's just like a doorway. They basically have animal skins that they pull down at night, right? To keep kind of like a tent flap. It comes down. All right. So we're gonna talk now about what they ate. All right. So we're gonna call this food. Certainly, you can move up if you need to. All right, these I'm kind of going quick because you guys have done it. What were the two crops? Everybody doesn't need to move. What were the? You certainly don't need to. Did you finish your test?
I
Finish that one that you could.
I finished.
The socialized one.
I have one more page on mine.
Okay, so finish that and then you can take these notes. I'll take pictures for you. All right, what are the crops that you think these guys might eat? They eat similar crops to the other one. Victoria?
Did you say I can use it?
No, you do. Victoria's gonna tell me the crop and then I'm gonna come to you next. What do you think? Something they would eat?
Strawberries?
Nope, not strawberries. This is similar to my other group. What did they eat, Nick? Corn. So these guys eat a lot of corn and squash again.
If you watch Pocahontas, you know that they have a big cornfield.
Okay, so these guys eat corn and squash. They eat one other vegetable. What do you think, Ben? I'm sorry? Apples?
Yeah.
They do eat fruit, but not apples. They eat, we like them at Thanksgiving in a casserole. And it's often green.
Green bean casserole.
All right, so we eat beans. They eat a lot of beans and they eat them as soups and stews. Okay, soups and stews. All right, so they eat a lot of soups and stews. They also fish
Fish.
and hunt.
And what?
Hunt.
Oh.
Okay, so they fish and hunt. So that's their food section. They're fishing and hunting, squash, and beans. Okay?
What's a squash? How do they hunt squash? I never tried.
And these guys eat some fruit, and nuts. All right?
Some fruit. And
Fruits and nuts.
sense. Is that a Q? SQ?
Yeah, squash. SQUASH. All right, now.
Wait, they eat sweets.
What?
They eat sweets?
Stew.
Stew?
Stew. Like soup and stew?
Soups.
Soups and stew. All right, now I'm going to talk to you about their clothes.
5.
Okay, for their clothes. These guys wore breechcloths in the summer, just like us. Because it's breechcloth is the men wore it. It's like the small skirt around their waist. No, the Southeast Indians who are here did. Nope. Just get one off my desk. Breechcloth in the summer. And the women wore dresses in the summer.
Fish? Because it's summer.
Fish do not wear dresses, Queen.
I'm doing I'm doing food,
All right, dresses.
not fish.
Women wear in the summer dresses. Now, in the winter, you can put it right on my desk. Do you have a question about it? Okay, on this one,
Fish.
I'm a sphere, like a ball. Okay, you're gonna write the letter of that next to that picture on the line. All right, women wear dresses. In the winter, it's different. They both wore leggings.
Leggings?
Yes, they wear leggings and robes made from animal fur.
How did they get leggings?
They sewed the deer that they hunted, the skin, into leggings, pants, long pants. Well, you're gonna have to let me write. I can only do certain things. They wore leggings and robes from animals, from animal fur.
That is a lot of things.
No, you have more than one type of clothes. You wear long pants in the winter, right? And then they have special kind of shoes. Both men and women wore them. They're called moccasins. Moccasins. And they are made from deer skin and beads.
They used up all the deer.
Yep, they used everything about the deer. They made silverware from the bones.
Did they use them?
All right. And now we have one other thing. Yep, they hunted with bows and arrows. We have one other thing. They had art/money for this group. This will give us everything for this tribe, and I can start the next tribe, the Plains Indians. So art/money for this group.
This
Money.
group has everything.
Is called, they used shells, they traded shells and colorful beads, and I'm going to show you colorful beads.
How did they get beads?
They had them, and they used shells as money that they traded. And when they traded it, the name for the money in the shells is called wampum. I want you guys to say it back. Wampum.
Wampum.
Wampum. All right? And it's wampum, and they used to make it into jewelry. And it was really... Okay, so let me show you a picture of the beaded necklaces. Here's a picture there. There's a picture of the clothes. You can see the jewelry up top. It's really bright and colorful. I will come that way so you can see. What do you need? Go get one off my desk.
Oh, they have like I know this looks sharp, but it's not like working.
Well, then turn it around. Okay, I'm walking it so you guys can see.
Is that
Yes.
it? That's their house. How do you?
Yep. Up in the top corner. And I'm going to bring, I have some for show and tell to show you guys live. Okay, here we go. All right, stop with the silly sounds. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, our next thing, we're going to start our new tribe.
No, we're not
Okay,
ready.
so you need a new crayon. All right, and yep, we're going to use blue. And on the center section of your map that says the plains, hi guys, I'm moving you to the other part of my board. The plains, the big section in the middle, it is like the Great Plains for sure. Okay, this house is going to erase part of my turkey board for now, and we'll add it back to go into the Plains Indians. So you're going to need your blue crayon. Can I use your map, Angela, for a second? Okay. Actually, can I use... Does somebody have their map in their book?
I do. I do. Everyone.
Hi.
Wait, no, I don't.
No. Yeah, you do. Here, where's your map in your book, Sadie? Perfect. All right, this is good. All right, so friends, you have the map in your notebook. You have Southeast Indians colored red. You have Northeast Woodlands Indians colored yellow. This big section here that also covers Texas, well, part of Texas, but they're calling it is the Great Plains area. We're going to color that blue on your map, and then you're going to color the dot over here that says the plains blue. Yeah, blue. Here you go. So you're going to color the plains. Do you see where it says the plains? In the center, you're going to color it blue. Yes. You don't have the map? Yes. All right, let me get you a map. And that's inside your social studies journal. You have your social studies journal? Hi, stop talking. You're coloring the part that says Great Plains blue. And I'm going to hand Aubrey a map. I hope I can put my hands on it really quickly. Class flash. Is there a reason we're talking? Here you go, Aubrey. So you're going to glue this in. You're going to color this part red, this part yellow, and that part blue. All right, so the plains is blue. And typically when I talk about the Plains Indians, it does usually cover Texas. But I guess we're going to call the Texas Indians this year the Southwest Indians, which makes me a little surprised. But I guess it's because it's in the Southwest region. Usually when we talk about the Southwest Indians, it's the ones that have Pueblos. So we're leading up to covering all of these so that when we get back from Thanksgiving break, you guys are going to be doing a Bunsey project on the Indian tribes. I'm assigning everybody a tribe and a book. You're going to do slides and a research in class, and then we're going to make Indian houses. All right, our Native American houses in groups during stream. We're going to build them, and it's going to be really, really cool. So, zip. No, we're going to make houses. Real houses. Sit, Kareem, why is that one covered? That's not the one that's colored. The only one is colored is in your book. You're only coloring the map in your journal because what's the title of that piece of paper? Southwest. So on Monday, friends, everybody needs to sit. Everybody needs to sit and listen. On sit and listen. On Monday, we are going to be comparing and contrasting the Northwest and the Southwest because we are Northeast and Southeast because we finished them now. We're starting the plains. We're going to compare the three in the plains in the end. So we're going to do a big circle diagram. You're going to tell me what's different and what's the same in the middle. We're about to do the plains. There are two definitions you need. The first one is prairie. So you're going to write this in your book. Does anybody know what a prairie is?
No.
Okay? Well, you should know because we did it during science. A prairie is an area. Hi, stop talking across my room. Of flat land or, hi, every parent is hearing you right now. Or rolling hills. What do you need? You don't have them in your pencil case? Okay, I'll get you that in a minute. Just take notes right now, and then we'll get you them in a second. In grasses, okay? So that's the height. No, get a pencil off my desk and stop. All right, so the plains, let's talk about what the plains look like. The Plains Indians, next to the Northeast and Southeast, we are going to roam to the Plains region. The two tribes, and the main big tribe for this area is the Lakota and also the Sioux Indians were in this area. I don't know if they're going to put them in another area. I'm going to tell you that it's the Lakota and the Sioux. So the tribes for this group are the Lakota.
Lakota.
Yep, so everybody say it. Lakota.
Lakota.
And the other one is Sioux, but it doesn't spell like S-U-E like a name. It's S-O-I.
I thought it was.
X, there might be a U in that. I'm going to take a... No, it's not socks. It's pronounced... I know. It's like a Dr. Seuss word. It is pronounced Sioux.
Like Sue. S-U-E.
No, but it's not that.
Oh.
Stop, please. Sioux Indians. It's S. Miss House flipped it. S-I-O-U-X. Sioux. S-I-O-U-X. Sioux Indians. All right, so those are the two tribes, the Lakota and the Sioux. All right, and the big thing that they hunted and they lived off of is animal. What animal is in this picture? What animal is in this picture? Not cows. They're bigger than cows. They're not. Okay, bulls are another name for a male cow. This is bigger than that. They're fluffy. Buffalo. All right, so this is the main thing that they live off of and they use. All right, this is what the area looks like. So this is the land. The land is grasslands. So you should have Plains Indians written up top. You should have the definition of prairie. You should have the two tribes. And now we're going to talk about their land. Grasslands.
Wait, Miss House, is warm and with the N-A-M?
What are you talking about? Warm? Angela, you're interrupting and I don't know what you're talking about. War. Women. Women wear dresses. Streams.
W-O and then men.
And then hills. And they have almost no trees. Okay, so they have grasslands, hi, the video is being made, valleys, streams, hills, and almost no trees in the plains. It's a big flat area. If you look at this picture with the buffalo, again, look at, it's mainly grass. Okay, friends, look, there's no mountains. There's a few hills, just a lot of grassy land, like farmland. All right?
They eat grass.
And then we talked about the prairie. The weather. In the summer, it is hot. Super hot. In the summer, hot. And in the winter, it's really cold.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very cold. And they get almost no rain.
Whoa.
Okay, all year round. And because they get almost no rain, that would be why they don't grow big trees. All right? All right, so grass can grow with very little rain. Quickly. All right, so I'm going to give you time to write that, but I'm going to talk to you about the other two things. Okay, these guys are different. They did not plant crops. They move a lot. Their different type of people are called hunters and gatherers. Okay, because they move all the time with the animals. Not movie. This house is ready for the weekend. They move all the time.
Let's go for a movie.
All the time with the animals, right? Because they move all the time with the animals, do you think they have a big house like a longhouse that stays made out of trees by the water? Do you think? Hold on, I'm asking a question. Do you think they stay in one place in big houses?
No.
Because they have to be on the move. So they need a collapsible house that they can take with them, right? So when you guys tell me you like to do this sometimes, like Isabel went today. They go out, they set up this thing out in the woods. They have bonfire and s'mores. Haley.
Camping.
Okay, they go camping. What do you take with you to go camping, Ben? That you live in?
Ooh.
A tent.
All
All right, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Okay, do you think 300 years ago they had a tent?
No.
Okay, they don't have cool tents like we have now, but they had something that they made that looked like this.
I know that.
And it's covered in, it's like sticks, but I'm going to call
I saw that, but I never know what
it is called a teepee. Okay, and it's got 3 poles in the middle, and it's wrapped with, no sir. Because if I have leaves and I'm on the plains and there is no tree, A, where am I getting it from? And B, if the wind blows and the snow in my leaves, I'm going to be snowy and wet, Nick, and freezing cold. So what do you think I'm going to wrap my house in that is super duper warm, Adriana? Fur. Where's the fur coming from? What is their main job? Hunters. So what are they hunting? Deer and the other one, the big animal we just talked about. Okay, so it's covered in deer and buffalo skin. Okay? Not the worst, it's really super warm. Deer and buffalo. Buffalo skin or hide. The outside of that animal's skin is called the hide. It is wrapped around, and then they did really cool things. They painted it with cool pictures. So it has painted symbols, okay? No, you can get a pencil off my desk because I am making a video. Painted symbols, all right? So their house is called a teepee. The teepee is like a tent because it can collapse, and I can put it in a bag and carry it on my shoulder. That's amazing because I put 22 out this morning. So take one and have a seat. All right. Doesn't matter, because what's important, is my pencil count on your test, or is their house on your test? Their house is on your test, so I suggest you know their house, which is a teepee. And here's a picture of one. They often painted them with pictures of the buffalo. Okay? So, yeah, Nick? When you went to River Ranch, you lived in one with camping, and it was so cool, and Miss House wants to stay there. But yours was different, because did yours have, like, air conditioning in it?
No, but it was...
Did it have bunk beds in it?
Well, no, it kind of, like, had, like, the old times kind of...
Did it have cots in it? Like, so you weren't on the floor, or did you sleep in a sleeping bag?
Well, we did have beds there. We did, like...
You had beds?
Yeah, we had... It was,
right.
Like, pretty bigger than, like...
Oh, it was really big. So these are little, do you think multi-families are going to live in them?
No.
No, one family. So a teepee is a one family. Okay? Well, because yours is made into a cool hotel. All right? Okay, so Thank you.
Look at my teeth.
All right. What do you think their main food was?
Miss House.
No, wait. Keep doing that. What do you think their main food was? They are hunters. What do you think, Savannah?
I was thinking.
What are we talking about and what's on all their pictures?
I was thinking.
And this big animal down here.
I was thinking buffalo.
Buffalo. They eat every part of the buffalo and they use every part of the buffalo. So their main food is buffalo.
That's the.
No, it wasn't because this is what was around.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
It's the circle of life.
they did not go out. Now, buffalo travel in herds. And let's say we have a class. We're going to be the hunters in our class. Our whole class is going to be boys. And we're all going to go out because in a big tribe, there'd probably be about 20 boys. We're going to go out and we're going to hunt the buffalo. Women are not hunters. Women are back making the clothes, making the tents, cooking the food. Okay, but, and teaching school, learning how to sew, doing different things. Angela, have a seat, please. You don't need my pen. Okay. If we're all out hunting, she doesn't. Stop, Haley. Okay, but you don't need to do anything except sit down and listen. The buffalo are big, really big. Like 3 to 4 of our desks together. So do you think one of us is going to be able to take down a buffalo with a bow and arrow? No, it's going to take a bunch. Now, let's say we're going to feed, hi girls, I'm still talking about your test. It's going to feed 100 people. Do you think one will feed 100 people? But there are 100 people in the tribe. Buffaloes are in herds. I bet you 5 or 6 buffalo could feed 100 people. They only killed what they needed to feed everybody. And then once they killed them, buffaloes are big. They stored the meat on ice. They dried the meat so they could use it. They used the fur for housing. They used the fur to make clothing. They used the bones to make silverware. They used the bones to make jewelry and to put their hair up. Well, the cloth. They also didn't have things to dig with, so they used the sharper parts to make shovels and to make things. They did not waste. They did not hunt like people hunt today for fun. They only hunted for what they needed, and they never killed more. So they did not take advantage, and they weren't just killing. But, right. He eats everything, right? He doesn't, your grandpa doesn't go out and hunt 50 things just because it's fun. No, right? He does what he needs. Okay. They have a fire pit in the center of the teepee to keep it warm. And their main thing was they ate buffalo stew because they used to use the meat. Okay, so they had buffalo stew and sometimes they ate vegetables. Some vegetables that they could find, not a lot growing. All right, but that was what they ate a lot. This group loved, they made drums out of the buffalo fur, so they loved to play music. Okay, and they made drums from the buffalo as well. And they sang. So late at night when they had a big campfire, they would all sit out and they would sing and they would make drums. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, there was a drum.
They did. They made these cool drums. Then they also used the buffalo thing to make clothes and blankets and bedding. All right. Their clothes they had long pants and shirts made out of buffalo. Long, yes, Angela. No. You're supposed to color the ones in your book. Made from.
I'm only on weather.
All right. So today, friends, I think that's everything we need on the play on the Plains Indians. And they used to dry the buffalo skins out to dry. I want you to look at that. They used to hang them outside on tents and stretch them so they could make it into it. That's buffalo skin. They would stretch it, and then that was what they would wrap around their teepees. So the women's job was to get it out, stretch it out, and let it dry in the sun for days. till it became wearable. All right, we were able to do the Plains Indians, and then we will start on the Southwest on Monday. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it was a little loud today, but it's a Friday. Have a great weekend.